People keep telling me I have to come back and I have to relook at the Dark Split Sword. I liked it originally. Now it's supposedly better. It does 90 radiation over the 80 it used to do. The spin attack, leap attack, wall attack are all 180, not 160. The channeling cost is the same. The crit chance is the same. The crit damage multiplier even is the same. Yeah, I'm not seeing a big difference between the two here. Everything else is exactly the same. Oh yeah, apart from the fact it's been nerfed through the floor on attack speed, because it's now a 0.917 instead of a straight up 1. Which, okay, it does 10 extra damage, but if it takes longer to swing it, that's not a buff, that's a nerf. But that's not where this thing comes into play. Now, changing the heavy blade stance out for a dual sword stance is where this thing really starts to become useful. With 25% crit chance now. Beforehand it went down to 5. The crit multiplier now has an extra 0.5 buff to it. The attack speed goes up. The spin attack goes up. Okay, yes, the status still goes down, but instead of it going down 5%, it now goes down 10%. And of course, it still has the 65 radiation, which it had before, so the buff to this seems to be to the dual wielding, because 25% crit chance. This thing could be ridiculously useful now. Using the same kind of level 140 arid butchers here, this thing is actually much better than it once was. I don't have a pet equipped, this is purely damage of this weapon, and yeah, what was that, 7,400-ish crit? That's just, I didn't expect it to be this good. Even up against level 140 heavies, it's, once the multiplier in the corner starts to go up, this thing actually becomes completely full-blown evil. It should not be taking out level 140 heavies that quickly and that efficiently. It's actually pretty goddamn nice compared to what it was. I mean, it was good before, but I mean now it is just overkill as hell. Sometimes you do have to get the hit counter up there. Of course, it helps if your enemy isn't teleporting constantly. That's kind of a bad choice on the enemy by me there. But it's still completely annihilating the crap out of this guy. Goodbye, level 140. So these things, oh, definitely worth building now. They were worth it before because it was a fun little weapon. But now, the things actually do a lot of damage. More impressively to me was the fact that the build I've got on this is basically just body count and blood rush. I do have organ shatter on here to take the crit multiplier to 4.8, but that's pretty much it. I did throw corrosive on, but it's basically range, attack speed, and base melee damage. That's all I did to this thing, and it really did surprise me how well this buff worked.